introduce y'all to Korok. Andy, he's my other brother from the same mother.
Hi, Clorox.
Hello.
Tears of the Kingdom before. There we go.
What did you say?
I was just playing Tears of the Kingdom before. Yay! Oh, there's my animations. Where did I put them?
Andrea, you.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo!
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. I'm just trying to get into Foundry.
That old
How do I get
story.
here? There it is. There it is.
There we go. Okay, now I got my animation. Let's do another.
A little bit too. Oh, that changes that afterwards?
There we go.
Let's see here. I suppose that we should probably do a recap
Yeah.
since it's been a whole month.
I love your dude.
One,
Tycho, right?
one, one of you is an otter. I don't remember who.
Celine, I'm typing.
You're Tycho?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were Tycho.
I think it's just that he was my professor in college.
Tycho Brahe?
Tycho Tycoon. Right. So what happened last time was the. Oh wait, I have a. Let's do. Yeah, let's do this one. Last time on Tales from Tenrei, the party received a mysterious job offer which they, under some hesitation, took. They met with the Commonwealth operative, we'll say, Renee Acosta. I'm turning that off. Renee Acosta, who offered them the. Well, they offered them money, which was negotiated to include some spell scrolls by our intrepid bard. They accepted the. You know what? I forgot to pull up the better picture of the artifact that I had promised last time. That is my mistake. Anyway, accepted the, I guess, treasure hunt to find the pieces of a artifact that actually. Okay, it's called a log pose. I don't remember where that term is from, but I found what it was supposed to be. That is the map or the compass that only points to one place. It's called a log pose. So yes, the pieces of the log pose, which they were able to recover one of them from a tabaxi who spills the soup, and whose name is also spills the soup. And let's see, how did you guys took an interesting route? You negotiated and I wouldn't say harassed, but sort of yes, coerced the curator of the Tenrei Museum into handing over. You bamboozled. You duped the curator with your bamboozling japes, and hijinks ensued. You were able to acquire the Necrotelenomicon, the Book of Speaking with the Dead, which you then returned to Spills the Soup, who during that time actually I think was holed up in Shalim's bar, tavern inn. The Winking Weird. Lynx had made sure that they were safe with some sort of like unobservable bodyguard situation going on. And then yeah, I think that was where we ended. You guys got the artifact from the piece of the artifact from Spills the Soup, and then you went back to your offices to take a long rest. Which, like, I'm pretty sure everybody took a long rest. You can take another one if you want, just to be safe.
Oh,
But
I love long rests. I'll take one anytime you're offered.
and
Didn't we say? I thought we told Spill the soup or somebody that we were gonna like we told the people at the museum that we were gonna like borrow the book, and then we gave it away. Or something.
Yes, that's right.
We asked for it back. Like, didn't we be like, we want this back?
You guys put up some collateral.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we,
it.
put a fake, we gave a fake as collateral.
Some total bogus ass.
It's
Listen,
okay, we're
listen,
adventurers. We're allowed to do these sorts of things.
listen. It ain't a big deal if they don't notice it. It's when they go to market that they realize.
Well, and who's to say that it was us? You know, like somebody else could have bamboozled them in the meantime. So
My twin
plausible
brother.
deniability. It's the best kind of deniability.
Here's our twin. They look exactly like us.
We'd never do something like that. We're too good aligned.
And I think we went back to the clubhouse to take a rest, and then I forget what the thing we were about to do was.
Go off world.
Yeah, we were gonna like get in the ship and roll, right?
Yes. So, the early morning, when you guys are, packing up to get ready to go, there is I guess they're just called astral storms. There's a bad astral storm that's rolled into Tenrei. And so you guys are kind of like hanging out trying to figure out whether or not this is going to blow over and if you will be able to wait, I have music for this. If you will be able to actually head out. So it's like 6:30 in the morning. You've got your I guess, Tycho, you're probably the closest thing to a dad here being like, oh, we've got to get all of our things ready so we could be at the airport at 6 a.m. for our 12 o'clock flight.
Yes. Just getting super stressed out because we won't be 2 hours early through TSA.
Is TSA here? That's the real question.
So you guys do have a port authority. It's not like you guys didn't at any point have like a major terrorist attack that put everyone into a surveillance state. So like, normal levels of security.
So what you're saying is like the New York Port Authority, annoying and kind of dirty.
Yes. But I mean, it's like it's like the age of sales level technology here with some magic. So like dirt is normal.
It builds character.
No, any Port Authority joke I can make, I will, as a former resident of New York, I will make that joke.
We're counting on you.
Take the shots where you can take them.
Exactly.
So as you guys are, I guess, grumbling about, I don't know how people act before they leave and they can't.
Definitely grumbling.
These.
Time to read.
Oop.
Is the storm such that like comms and stuff are kind of going in and out connection wise?
No. Oh, actually, that brings up a good point. So your guys' gossip stones. I didn't get into this earlier. They work like a more advanced form of the sending spell. The limitation that you guys run into with them is that sending only works when you're on the same plane of existence, and crystal spheres are all technically different planes. So you can contact anyone in the same like sphere or like nearby area. If you're in the astral sea, I'll improvised some range on how far that can reach outside of a sphere. But yeah, there's not, unless there's like in the Winking Weird's back room, unless there's like some magical interference that prevents spells coming in and out or whatnot, the connection is clear normally.
Then the whatever storms are not magical storms.
They are, but it's not knocking out your comms.
All right.
They're kind of magical in the fact that like space is massive like luminiferous ether, so everything is kind of magical, and I'm just the messenger here. I read a bunch of books, and this is what they said. So, your comms are working fine right now. What is not working fine is the I didn't think of a name for this, so let's call it a palimpsest. Palimpsests are going to be essentially this universe's version of like a radio, like the to listen to like sports games or music or whatever. So those do go in and out with magical transmission radius. It's a little fuzzy right now, but basically indicating strong weather advisory. Ships currently docked are not allowed to leave. No ships currently coming into port except those that have crashed upon the space rocks.
Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely port authority. Doing what they do is the worst.
Shalim, he is being characteristically tight-lipped, but you do sense almost like a slight feeling of interest, amusement, some sort of like and then ha 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 from your passenger, which he absolutely refuses to elaborate on.
Who's their passenger?
Your passenger, Johnny, I forget what his
Oh,
not normal name is.
he doesn't have a not normal name. I don't think we ever came up with one.
Perfect, Johnny.
Wait, who's Johnny?
The demon inside me.
Oh, okay.
Your patron, but like your carry-on patron.
Yeah, my character nicknamed him Johnny, even though he hates being called that. We forgot his actual name a long time ago.
Yes, nothing like getting along with head mates like pissing them off. Especially when they grant you magic.
Exactly.
Suddenly,
In the world.
oh, I don't know if that's loud enough.
I can hear it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, there is a knock. Oh, God, it repeats. Sorry, let me stop that. There's an insistent knock at the front door. Gideon's like, who the hell is... It's 6 in the morning and we're closed. And he goes out to check it.
You might want to be careful. You know what they say about early morning visitors.
I'm kind of oh shit, I forgot about the new computer. Who just need to change my settings so I don't run through walls. But I want to get over there so that what's the module that lets you not run through the walls?
Drag ruler.
Drag ruler, thank you. Yeah, fix that on.
Also, MIDI qual late targeting is the other one you'll want to click while you're in there.
Thank you.
So yes, so I'll just move you up there while you change your settings. There
thank you.
is a. I'll just show you the picture. I don't have a picture. Okay. Well, the token, what you see on the token is what you get. There is a man, monk garb, red hooded robe, absolutely drenched, who has, I guess, sort of like foot in the door his way inside. He's like muttering. He's obviously like haggard and should not. I mean, people aren't supposed to go outside in astral storms, not just because they're like rain and thunderstorms, but because there's like deleterious effects in the magical realm. So yes, this man is, in that sort of dazed, I just got buffeted with a magical hurricane sort of like state. Gideon has reluctantly, oh yeah, I forgot you guys have a fireplace, has reluctantly taken him over to the fireplace and is, when he notices that there are other people in the front, he sort of like, gives you guys the look and then goes back to talking with this gentleman, trying to get him warmed up and get out of him what it is that he wanted.
Is he in need of healing?
Let me see.
Where is Korak here yet?
Not yet. No, actually, this gentleman seems like he is fine, other than being shaken and whatnot.
So Gamma, sorry to interrupt again. It wasn't drag ruler. sorry. It's really hard for me to not run into walls, both in game and IRL. So.
It's drag ruler and then click pathfinding by default.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, it's because I forgot to save the changes. I'm smart. Carry on.
You did it. So let's see if anyone would like to give me either a perception if you are not close or an insight if you are close. Or I guess we could go three ways with this: perception, insight, or investigation. To if you want to.
So, my stupid question of the day: are you rolling at it?
After a month passes, I forget it.
That's fine. It's understandable. In your character sheet, on the first tab, the attributes tab, there are a list of skills there on the left. If you click on the name of the skill, it will roll it.
Roll normal roll, right?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I meant to.
Furiosa from downtown and Shalim from fairly close. And I feel like this was a thing last time for you too, Lynx, where you're just kind of like distracted and not paying attention to the world around you.
That's fair. Also, you're quiet.
I am.
Here you go.
Oh, maybe it's me.
I mean, quiet doesn't sound like me, but
Might need to bump the volume a little.
I feel like this is going to be another one of those situations where everyone, except for Lynx, succeeds this check. So, this guy has his clothes. Nope, just kidding. Tycho's on the fail train too.
Organizing papers in a folder to make sure that all of our documents are in order. when we leave.
Oh, actually, quick aside. I don't know why I crossed my fingers. I'm not a player. I don't have to do that. Were you guys like booking passages with anyone in particular, or were you just gonna like head down and see who was headed out?
Whoever gives us the best frequent flyer miles.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Anyone but Delta.
I was gonna say they destroy loots. D&D world.
Oh God, that's sad and right.
Yup.
Right. So, let's see here. Everyone except for Lynx and Tycho. This guy's clothes are wet, but it looks like they are the sort of wet where someone dumped a bunch of water on themselves and not someone who has been in the storm. Like something's a little weird. And
Little sus.
and actually, I have a thing for this too. Shalim, you hear in your head, strike.
Oh,
I
okay.
like that. I dig that.
Okay. Johnny, please, would you calm down for 1 moment? Let me see what this gentleman is about. He's a little suspicious.
I'm doing something. Don't worry about what it is. Okay, where were we? Oh man, why do I have so many? Why did I make everything an NPC? Oh, it's the vending machine. That's what I clicked. Okay. All right. Smash cut 2. Korok, if you're with us. You are. Okay, so you had last night, I guess a couple hours ago at this point, since it's like 6 in the morning, finally met up with your friend, Spills the Soup, who had contacted you about the time that you hit the port on your ship in. Don't worry about what ship. I didn't think of it. he said that he had the book that you were looking for, and that he was very pleased to be able to repay some amount of his debt to you. He gave you that book, the Necrotelonomicon, which it's in your inventory. And when you received it, your Shadow Sting, with its little danger sense ability, gave you the magical impression, the sense that one of the members of a certain organization that has been antagonistic to you, that you have, I don't know, personal vendetta against, but you suspect that they are heavily involved in the tragedy that befell you and yours. So you headed out from the inn that Spills was staying at, the Winking Weird, looping things together. Following this vision that you had received before even arriving here from your god, of this symbol, which again I forgot to design. That's my bad. I was mowing the lawn instead. But it matched the symbol on a business card that Spills had sent you to the Helping Hands. I keep wanting to say detective agency, but freelance offices. Just the Helping Hands. When you are close, your Shadow Sting does that thing where it kind of glows softly. You know that there is something that is not good nearby. Meanwhile, back inside this place, the ignoring the warnings from his patron, Shalim is somewhat startled as, well, I guess all of you are. The priest, do I have the thing queued up for this? The priest hisses something under his breath. I can't find it right now. I'll just do it with my normal voice. So he hisses, the hunter is near, and throws his hand out, revealing the, I guess, other robes underneath his robes.
Robes! Someone called it banshee police.
So when we'll just say that these are still his robes. He throws his hood back, and you see that he is wearing this mask of bone and stone. Ooh, that rhymes. I like that. The eyes of which glow a bright green momentarily as two other figures appear out of mist beside the front door. And he says to them, as I cue up the music, find well, actually, you know what? He says something that nobody understands, I think. Let me just check to see if anyone speaks the language real quick. Does anyone understand what that says?
Nope.
Okay, he says something in a tongue that feels like hot coals raked over your mind when it's heard. It is not.
Abyssal?
Do you speak Abyssal?
No.
Then we may never know. But yes, it is Abyssal.
Lovely. What a lovely sound. You just drop a moment too.
And then a whole bunch of dice get rolled all of a sudden as combat initiates.
Oh no!
Ruh-roh.
Oh no, not one of these mornings again. Johnny, I'm a thing.
It looks like first up in the order here is Furiosa. Johnny's like, I fucking
Okay.
told you, dude.
Okay. Me first, of course. Oh, yeah, well, I'm gonna get.
What?
See how far away we are. We're not too far away, are we? Okay.
Korak will be the next one up after Furiosa.
Oh, am I with you guys?
You should be. So you are. Oh, I forgot. Your torch must have worn off. Give me a second.
I speak the language, and I did understand the message.
You are.
Just an accident.
Wow, you just wrecked that guy's face real quick. So.
But yeah, I just came up. I came up and just like,
Nah.
don't even try. Don't even try it.
So when you. What spell was that? Oh, it was Earth Tremor. Okay, yeah.
Earth tremor.
So as the ground shakes, like very localized underneath this guy, but enough to like rattle things around, his hood falls back, and you see that his face is emaciated, the skin clinging to muscleless tissue beneath. And Korok, yes, you did hear what he said. You heard it, hissed from behind the door that you find yourself in front of, which you're like, it's go time, it's danger time. All right, so one of the cultists is on his butt.
Cool. That's what he gets. And then I think I can do what? Just only that much room to get back up just a tiny bit. Okay.
I'll just open the door for you, Korak. So, with a crash of thunder, the door, a crash of thunder and a gust of wind, the door to your offices flies open and reveals this gentleman standing there,
Lord.
rain slicked.
Is that a candle here?
Nice theme song.
Oh, Liz, theme song. Thank you, Gamma.
You're welcome.
Indiana Jones.
um,
Oh, man. This is my day.
That's pretty boss.
You know what this is, Matt?
It sounds like Castlevania related.
Absolutely.
it is Castlevania related, Castlevania adjacent. Assinia, there is a symbol that it's very large on this gentleman. His cloak or his vestments bear it, but there's a symbol that you recognize. I will explain in further detail later, but it is something that you have seen from your teacher, Dorian. I think his name was Dorian, yeah. But yeah, I'll get into that further later.
I already don't trust him.
All right, Andy, what are you up to?
I am going to step inside, seeing there's a brawl, and I'll attack.
You should be able to drag your character inside.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Are these two gentlemen behind me, are they dangerous to me?
Oh, yes. You can sense the stench of undeath upon them.
Oh, perfect. I will attack this person. How do I do that?
Alt click
Alt
to
click.
target. And then if you go like in your inventory and click the dice next to whatever weapon you're using, or go in your spell book and click. Like when you hover over there, you'll get a die. That'll pop up. Oops.
What are you trying to attack with?
My whip.
So, You
Definitely Castlevania.
if you click on the little picture next to it, like if you hover on that picture, a little picture of a dice will appear. Just click on it.
Okay, I'm not seeing it.
Like, if you here, you know what? I can actually do this. See how I've got my weapons? And when you highlight over it, there's a thing to the left. And it'll tell you to make a roll.
Wait, do that again, Tucker?
Yeah. Also, sorry, like I said, I don't
Huh.
have all of my filters correct, but
No, that's fine. It's just interesting to see what other people's Foundry loadouts look like.
yeah, 'cause you always got the GM view.
Andy, I could do it for you if you would like.
I'm not finding what I need.
Yeah, no worries. Oops.
I don't see the die.
It should well, I'm doing it for you this time, but just that little picture next to it, so the word Shadow Sting, and then there's like a little box with the picture. Just click on the picture.
I must be clicking the wrong thing when I click the picture of the whip. If nothing happens.
It should be slightly to the left. Like, it'll like, the die will go over the picture.
This is on my in-game profile.
Yeah. Oh, well, it must have worked one of those times.
Whew. Be down.
Wow.
Those are clerics for you. All right, so Korak does the whip thing, the divine energy of his faith flowing through it and just incinerating this poor corpse.
I say we recruit him.
Whoever you are,
Well, you haven't killed
you're
this
okay.
yet. You haven't
Yeah.
killed this yet, Ron, so how bad could it be?
Do you want to do anything else with your turn? I don't think there's anything else that you can do, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. You only get one attack, and I don't think you have any bonus action stuff. So, moving forward, Gideon will... Where is it? Golly. There it is. Who is the known... Gideon would... Oh, you know what? Lynx is who Gideon knows is our heavy hitter here. Gideon offers you some encouragement to where he basically says to... I don't know how to say this without cussing, but basically he wants you to kick their butts sniper style. I have no idea how I would say that in an Irish accent without cussing. I don't...
Well, that is what I was intending on doing, so let's go for it.
And then it is Lynx. After Lynx, it'll be Acinia Tycho.
So, first inspiration on that. Wait, what the heck happened? Did I get like a critical fail? I hit myself. I'm a dumbass.
All right, let me just undo that real quick. Let me...
I've actually selected myself.
Hang on, let me give you another bardic inspiration to...
You're like, please, I'm out.
All right.
Korok with her.
There we go. Alright.
Overwhelming.
There we go.
Dang.
Like, point the barrel towards the enemy, not yourself.
Yeah.
Blowing smoke off of the rifle, making very, very carefully not to aim it at my face.
What are you doing, fellow bard?
Oh, and I am there.
Icinia.
So, okay, I want to make sure I do this right, so I don't get like. So all target. So I see orange arrows
Yes.
The one left. Okay. I want to use my crossbow. So do I just click it?
Yes.
Okay. Standard roll. Did anything happen? Oh.
It showed us your crossbow.
Okay. So
Like it showed us the
have
entry for it.
the option attack or damage. Is there a difference?
Roll. Click attack. We gotta see if you hit first.
So then I just hit normal.
Yes.
Nice.
So wow, that is exactly his AC. So you fire the crossbow bolt. It sinks into his armor, but does not seem to cause him any distress otherwise.
Aw.
Someone's had their morning coffee, looks like.
Do I do anything else?
If you have a bonus action to do, but I don't think you do. So yeah, I think you can move is the only thing you got left to do.
Okay. I will. I guess I'll move farther away. That's it.
All right, Tycho, and then it'll be Dark Priest and then Shalim.
Here comes the blaster. He draws. He adjusts his monocle. Alright. Charge, use ability. Dragon. And then attack.
And then critical hit.
Yeah. Alrighty. Damage? Boom. Thump.
So he's, I guess you can't really see under his mask, but he's, adopted a smug posture, having just taken a crossbow arrow with no problem, and then immediately in the same spot, a bolt of a laser just strikes him, pushing the arrow in a little further and igniting his clothes lightly. If you could see his face, you could see that the smugness has been wiped off to some extent.
Having never shot this weapon before at a thing, at a person, I'll probably spend the rest of my turn looking at the ray gun and
Let's see. The Dark Priest says, "Oh no, where's my script?"
Fools, we shall take what we need from you, whether you want it or not.
What do you need?
Instead of answering what you mean, he reaches his hand out, which, well, I guess Gideon's the one in range. Reaches his hand out, and oof. Grabs Gideon, his Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so he grabs Gideon. So Gideon's not dead. It just does that when they fall below hit points. Grabs Gideon's chest and unleashes a swirl of dark energy. A lot of it, apparently. Gideon, his face takes on like a pallor, as though the energy is drained from him, and he collapses to the ground, quite unconscious. And then it is Shalim's turn.
Damn it, Gideon, who told you to stand next to the ugly looking priest? Alright, how do I do this? I'm gonna try to use the spell. Did I just put the spell?
Yeah. Is it asking you to target?
No. Oh, you must target a person.
So yeah, so hold down Alt and then click on what you want to target, and then click the spell.
Nice.
And then do I roll the damage to do that?
Yes.
Roll damage.
That'll work.
All right, Johnny. There we go.
Yeah, Johnny is thrilled. He's like, finally some action. This guy is dead. So, top of the next round is Tycho.
Gideon died?
He
Down.
he has a skull over him, but that's just because the game system that we use does that. He is down. He's unconscious. He does not look great.
Oh, okay.
How many feet can I travel in a turn here?
You can travel 30 feet. If you're clicking and dragging, it'll show you when your squares are green, that's within. If it's yellow, then that's too far.
Right now it's. Oh, it's because I have targeting selected. Don't target. Does that move? How do I?
On
I want to try to go grab Gideon and pull him away from this thing.
okay, yeah, you can pull him right back to here if you wish.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, in the corner somewhere where I can try to take care of it.
Okay, so let's see. So, let's have you pull him over here.
Okay.
On your way past, you kick over the table with the map on it to offer like a small amount of cover.
Try to help him back up. Or...
Here, boy.
Let's see. You use your help action, which stabilizes him. So he is stable, but still down. He's not dying. All right.
Yeah, just
I don't know how to get rid of the picture of dead. So Furiosa. How do I do that?
Let's see. Furiosa's sort of done with this creepy dude. So, you know, I sure hate to put Shalem in the way there, though.
Yeah. No.
Maybe
What's the
I just have to move right there. Give me one. Let's see exactly. Which? Oh yeah, do I need to be closer? Oh, that's it. I do have to be like within 5 feet of this. Am I considered within 5 feet, or is that 10? Do I need to move one closer? To
Yeah, 5 feet is adjacent.
Okay.
Tentatively, Furiosa approaches.
Here's some. Oh no. He's, let's see.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
Savage. I know you're used to
It's not that great.
I know you're used to rolling way higher numbers in the other campaign where we're level 18, but that 1d10 of damage is a great deal at this level. I mean, the other guys that are down already had 5 and 11 hit points respectively. So this is like
So we're wearing them down. Well, anyways, yeah. So I'm losing my patience for this bullshit that's occurring, and so I just, as you see me as I'm like walking over to him, that my fingernails are sharpening, and my teeth are already filed down, you know, and then I just kind of go slashy slash at him.
She's like, "Nuh-uh. We don't do that here."
Not in my backyard.
All right, Korak. Or Korak? I don't. How do you pronounce your name?
Correct.
Korak.
Let's see, I'm out of range. How's there?
Korak asserts himself.
I need to attack. My attack. Alright. What do I roll? How does this work?
It's probably a failure on my part. So, are you using whip or spell?
Let's do a spell.
What spell?
Let me see if I can find where mine are.
Spellbook.
You can cast any of the green or the blue ones. The green ones are the ones that you have prepared for the day, and the blue ones are always prepared.
Just click the icon for it. Not the name of it will tell you what it does. If you click on the name, it'll have a drop down tell you what it does. But if you just click the icon, that's how you can use the spell.
Oh, you know what might actually be helpful to you guys? I just remembered this. So, on your character sheets in both the inventory and the spell book, in the upper right of that little tab, there are 4 squares that look like a grid. If you click on it, it'll turn everything into little icons, which are a lot easier to click on. I don't know if it'll help, but it's a thing that you can do. It helps me as a DM to be able to do that.
I don't see anything.
So are you trying to attack? Like, you want to do a damage spell?
Yes.
Might I suggest the Sacred Flame?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I don't know where to find this thing.
That's okay.
I almost did that one.
Sacred Flame.
That's a good one.
Oh, he resisted. Okay, so just for some context on what happened here. Sacred Flame is one of the spells where instead of rolling to hit, you see if they can resist it. So good for people with high AC, not great for people with high saving throws. Korak attempts to call upon the... Oh, you know what? It is a flame, so do you want to do the Richter Belmont thing?
You kind of have to.
All right, so yeah, he pulls his whip taut. Bright blue flame flares across it. Unfortunately, as he attempts to impart this flame to the enemy, the Dark Priest is able to resist it with his own dark magics. Gideon is stable, but he can't do anything because he's still down. So Shalim, followed by Athenia. Yeah. Yeah, cantrips in this edition of D&D are great because they're basically just anytime you want spells. They are better than like attacking with daggers if you're a spellcaster.
Alright, Johnny, old boy, one more time.
Ooh.
Good.
Kerchoo!
Pew pew pew.
progress.
Johnny is, kill, kill. Isinia.
Do a better job of it, Johnny.
Are the rest of us aware of Johnny's presence? Or
That is up to Shalim. I mean, you've seen Shalim do some crazy stuff, but I don't know if he's told you how that happens.
do we think he's just kind of crazy, or do we know about the
I mean, I haven't said anything. Every time I'm asked, I'm just like, the wild man is secret.
He keeps talking about Johnny. I'm a little bit worried about his mental health. I think my crossbow disappeared.
Oops.
I don't see it in mine. Oh, I see it again. Never mind. Is the cultist exposed anywhere now? Because last time my arrow didn't seem to do much.
So that was kind of just like flavoring for why it didn't do damage, because you didn't roll high enough to hit. But I mean, yeah, he's got the first crossbow bolt still sticking out of his armor. He's also got several like magical burns, some flame sputtering out, and a laser burn in his armor as well. So he's a little bit easier to take now.
Okay. I don't know if I'm missing any spells. Am I supposed to have just 4 right now?
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'll try the. I'll try the. Because for unarmed strike and dagger, I have to be within closer range.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try this one.
That'll hit. Is it asking for you to roll damage?
No. Oh, I think I might have forgotten the target hit.
Yeah. Just do that again. You don't have to roll a new to hit, but
What do I do again? Like, roll again?
yeah.
Even better.
Let me see. What is it?
That's awesome.
Thanks. I hope it got him in the eye.
So that's gonna be.
Or eye socket.
So looks like it did get him in the eye.
One in a million. Brilliant.
Yeah, Isinia, that first shot was just like, oh wait, I forgot to account for wind velocity or something, and then just like all of Dorian's training comes immediately back to her and just like completely stabs this guy through the brain from afar. As
I feel so sleepy.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot. In my other campaign, I have a bunch of stuff disabled. I forgot to disable it, and
I guess we put him.
I was gonna so I guess I'll just add that to this part.
I feel so sleepy.
But so
It's 6 in the morning. Imagine how we sleep.
I'm just gonna. I had something else written out, but I feel so sleepy now. So he goes down. A plume of like dark fog unleashes from beneath his mask as his body sort of like disintegrates into a pile of robes and stone mask thing. Um,
You get him back on his feet.
uh, yes. Hang on.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! Yes. Yes.
Be sure to split it.
Oh, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Can
No,
I?
we fucked him.
I'm not interested in any of the melee weapons because I like long ones. So I already have this guy spell.
um,
I wouldn't
Picked up this.
mind a
I
scimitar.
just like picked up this cultist note off of him. It's like, you know, I'm gonna grab some other stuff first too, but then I will read it.
Can I get the? What is encode box?
If you click on it, it'll expand.
Oh.
I would like to request a scimitar and disguise self.
Sure. Go for it.
there are actually 3 disguised selves, so you can take.
Can I
I
have
will
a
take one.
for armor?
How do I take something?
There is a little hand icon.
I'm actually not seeing it.
Oh, I see.
Or if. Go ahead.
Can we just split the currency and
Oh, I see.
Well, yeah, the currency. Yeah, we normally. I would say we would just hit. Oh, I just hit this button that said split currency.
when I hover it says split currency.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, I see that. It says 0 card members and it just gets a share of 0.
Anything that we don't immediately want to use, we can throw into a box here and
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah, good thought.
I've taken the disguise self spell scroll. Okay.
I'm trying to take a leather armor, but nothing is
You just click the hand
at the top.
on the right hand side. You might need to hit the X button and click on the loot entry again because that's what I had to do.
That's what I
And
had
then-
to do as well.
Yep, and then it loaded properly, and you'll see on the very right hand side, there's a hand. The hand will let you click. That will let you take one.
Okay.
That'll let you take one. The thing to the left of it lets you take all of them from that. You know, if there's multiples of it.
Got it.
That's how. Yeah.
Okay. That works. There's still a dagger and disguise.
I've taken the things that I want, but I would, if, yeah, like, but I mean, I can. I took one of the disguise selves already, so there were 2 of them.
Same. There were 3 and I took one.
There were 3. Yeah, that's right.
I already have this for my character, so someone.
Okay, I'll just take it. Let's to someone with a dagger.
Put it in a box.
I'm gonna let you guys deal with that stuff real quick while I take care of the dog. So I will be back.
Also, do we have like a group box?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do we have a group box here? Like, I know we've all got our individual boxes, but do we have something that we can just have as a etc. group box?
Not at present. So if you want, you can throw it in the fridge. I guess. I don't. Just put it in the fridge for now. I'll make a different box later.
Alright.
Nothing like refrigerated daggers. Best kind of thing.
Hey,
The
I
poor
grabbed
man's
it.
ice
I grabbed.
cream.
I just hit the take all so that it would give me the 56 GP, and then I can split it amongst it. Like, you'll just have to manually add it to your GP. So.
Okay, so
if you
yeah,
just wanna, like,
I'll be right
yeah,
back.
so how many people? Okay. Yeah, we'll take care of it. So how many of us are there?
Okay.
We'll split between.
Dagger.
Yeah. There's 6 of us, Is it just it's us that we see right here, right? Those of us alive, I see one, two, three. There's six of us. So there's 56 coins in there. I took a screenshot of that too, just if anybody needs that information. But yeah, so there's 50. Yes, there's 56. So divided by seven. 8 times 7 is 56, right?
Yeah.
Wait, who's the seven?
Oh shit.
Gamma's a gamma. So
Oh
6.
yeah, yeah, 6. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, yeah. So
Well, I mean, I
six
guess
times
the cardinal would be 9, but
9 times 6,
But
54.
in this fight, yeah.
true.
Right. Well,
True.
9 times 6 is 54, so that means it'll be 9, and then there's going to be 2 extra. And, like, does Gideon have medical bills?
9 and a third, basically.
Yeah.
I love how Taika just seeing laps around the table.
I was looking to see if there was other things.
Yeah. So if you see where your currency is, where it says that, you can actually just click on it and type, like, +9. And then hit enter, and it'll just add it to what you have. And then just somebody should take that extra 2.
Is it the GP?
Yeah. Yes. It's the GP down at the bottom.
That.
Yeah. Would anybody else like because there's this $2 here, 2 GP,
You can
2
take
extra.
it doing the math.
Okay. Well, I will hold on to it, and yeah, and then obviously, we'll all share.
Andrea is very good at doing like party accounting and item management.
I was an operations manager for years. That was probably like why, I guess.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, but I appreciate that compliment because like I've had a hard day, and so that's like that makes me feel really good.
It is always like you are the best like manager of the inventory and gold, and also like the keeper of the journal. And
Oh yeah. Speaking of, so as I found a little note on this interesting person here. So it was folded in this strange symbol marking its back, and it is written in the language of the abyss. Oh,
Well, we have a new arrival to our group.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
So a bit.
Hi.
So this is what the note is. I had to make a journal entry for it. So
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I say,
This
can anyone
language
read
I
that?
recognize.
Does anyone know how to read epistle?
Yes.
Cat does.
oh, perfect. New friend. You are showing more and more promise as being a member of our team by the
You
moment.
haven't told us so far, but you haven't told us why you're here yet.
I was called here for a spiritual awakening. Let me see this note.
Was that Gideon waking up in the morning? He wakes up every morning, Candace. You can hear it all the way across the world.
so Gideon offers what sounds like it would have been a smarmy rebuttal, but it comes out as a pained croak. He still looks as though he is very pale and eyes are sunken.
Stay there and try to rest a little. Next time you pull something that stupid, I'll kill you myself.
Can I move my character? My character's not moving.
Healing spell we can help him
Yes,
out.
I'm just reloading my Foundry, my computer, and then yes, I can take care of Gideon. No problem. It's my pleasure. I look around. I look around at the mess on the floor. If anybody wants to.
Well, I think you're undead, so they probably didn't bleed that much blood.
Andy, are you going to share what the note says to everyone? Because I can put it in some like sweet narration if you wish to do so.
Please, go ahead. I've exited out accidentally and I don't know how to pull it back.
That's fine.
He left us already.
symbol.
Do you?
Oh, dude, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us more.
So, your new turtle acquaintance reads the note to you. Boom.
Oh no.
If that scrolls more faster than you can see it, that showed up in the roles chat as well.
Spill the soup, please. Spill the soup.
What is the back?
Spill the soup.
Oh.
They're like cat people.
The cat dude.
That's right.
Then spill the soup.
I'm not sure what this note means. What is a log post?
That's the compass that points only to one thing.
Oh,
So who were these fools who came here to trifle with us?
Yeah.
It's such an early hour, no less. No decency to come at the time of normal people.
All right.
Kind of get it. Oh, go on. Go on.
I forgot. I'm gonna jump back a little bit to explain what Icinian noticed about Korak's symbol first.
Yeah.
So, Icinia, your teacher, Dorian Kell, had a similar crest as the one that is on Korak's vestments and whip. To the extent of your knowledge, the only thing that he's ever told you about it is that it is the mark of the Silent Lord. Yes, the Silent Lord. He was not like secretive but evasive about speaking about it. The only thing that he really told you is that he had learned his craft, his fighting and skills, when he was very young, when he was part of some kind of band of hunters who, taught him what he knew. He never mentioned what it was that they were hunting or why he left that group. All you know is that at some point he no longer was with them, and then he joined the Navy, and that's the part of the life that you know the most about. 841 recognizes some stuff too, but Arden's not here, so I'll just have to explain it later.
So in that case, I'm really excited to see Korak then, and then I asked him, hey, do you by chance know someone named Dorian?
I know not of this Dorian you speak.
Oh, I see. Well, can you tell me more about that symbol that you're wielding and your connection with it?
The symbol of the Silent Lord. This silence is wisdom. I can't tell you more.
Well, okay. I'll find something like to talk in the desert.
So I'm just going to show you guys this journal entry. That's about the extent of the knowledge that anyone, including Korak, has.
This is the Silent Lord symbol?
Yes.
You can't tell me more as in you don't have more information or you don't want to tell me more?
I don't know you. I cannot tell you more based on safety reasons.
Okay. I hope as time goes on, you'll trust me to share more.
I'm beginning to trust you with each passing moment, more and more.
Icinia,
Starstruck?
um,
Yeah, about vesting people.
actually, that's true. That is canon.
Your sparkling personality is winning me over.
Icinia, you like. You're not sure how much Korak knows. Obviously, not. He's not like telling you, but if you were, which there's obvious reasons that it would be difficult to do so, but if you were able to get back to Dorian, he might be able to shed some light, divulge some more information, especially with the appearance of someone who shares this symbol. Obviously, that would be difficult right now.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if Dorian is dead or alive. Right?
Correct.
Can I play some bardic inspiration too?
Um, I so I can't have you guys roll against each other because that's like I can't like force people to RP one way or the other, but I like where your head is at though. But right, so um uh let's see here. Based on hang on, I literally have to reread what I just wrote. Korak and let's see, that would be Korak, Tycho, and Furiosa.
Hi.
If you would not mind rolling for me either religion or history.
History for the win.
Tycho
There
is
you go.
good.
That's Tycho's speciality.
Tycho's like, did someone say? Just jumps in out of nowhere, even though
Yeah.
he's
He's out
killed
of the woodwork.
Sneak attack.
He's like, yo, calm down, Tycho. You do a history, man.
Between me and Tycho, hopefully
back.
we got this covered.
Okay, so yeah, the two of you, Tycho, with your knowledge of ancient things, and Furiosa with your experience with esoteric religiosities, you guys are able to piece together the mask that he is wearing. Looks remarkably similar to a funerary mask that are found in many of the crypts and tombs, certainly out in wild space, which is why Furiosa, you've encountered this once or twice. But Tycho, these are also something that would be found in the rather ancient, somewhat unused crypts beneath Tenrei. And actually, I don't know if I explained this before. Okay, lore dump. So, things in Spelljammer, things in space, have a plane of gravity, which means that wherever the midpoint of them is, there's like a zero G part going through it. Anything on the bottom side, like just turn it upside down, that's what is up for. Inside of Tenrei, there are caverns and like facilities and things like that. At the very lowest point, right on that, right above that gravity line, are whoever knowledge long lost to time, whoever made or founded Tenrei, eons ago, had like crypts down there. Nobody uses them now because there's only so much space available on a asteroid planet. But they're still like down there, not off limits necessarily, but like more of the sort of thing that nobody really goes to because why would they? Like, the museum was down there at one point. Occasionally, an archaeologist might travel down there, but for the most part, it's just like a decrepit, uninteresting area of Tenrei. But yes, and Korak, you know that too, I think. Let me roll religion for you. Korak, you don't know that, is what I meant to say. This mask is. You've seen it before, but you're not quite sure where.
So,
Well, so I definitely share that information.
yeah, we explained that to the class. My esteemed colleague and I. But I wonder if
Long lecture note.
yeah, full like glasses,
I'm the pretend archaeologist that just insists on,
papers.
just running you.
A lectern shows up out of nowhere and just sort of slides into place.
uh,
Our art
Um,
would have that.
I
I
got.
wonder if we, if it's worth like as we're explaining to this to the rest of the team, if these beings came from underneath like the surface in the catacombs, is it worth exploring as long as we can't leave planet anyways? Like we're stuck here, we may as well poke around, team? Question mark?
Absolutely. I think, yeah. I mean, I think if these people were sent after us, well, they probably worked for somebody. I mean, maybe they didn't, but it sounds like they probably did. And there may be more of them. They know our business names, so I say we have a situation that we should do. And what better way to pass the time while we're stuck here than go even deeper?
That's a valid point. It's either that or listen to Gideon snore as he wakes up. Do that.
So,
Didn't get a chance to heal him.
yes.
I healed him as much as I could in one day.
Does anyone have the medicine skill? Or detect poison? Yes.
No, not me.
No.
That's funny, poor Gideon's gonna get poisoned after all this.
All right. Nobody has medicine. What?
I have detect poison and disease. I
Uh,
can do it as a ritual spell, so yes.
Go for it. So yes, to the untrained eye, well, it actually, it doesn't even take that big of a brain to see. Like his wounds are gone, but he's still very sickly, and does not seem to have the strength that he normally possesses. He's pale. He's kind of like low, hoarse voice when he talks.
There's such thing as an ambulance in this world.
So there is, but it's only been like I don't know how long is a lecture, like 15 minutes.
That's a full 3-hour lecture, sir.
Anyway, yeah, you can call for emergency services, or like get him to a medical facility yourself. But yeah, he's afflicted by something that's a little bit. Like, he's not, like, in the process of dying or anything, but he's been infected by something.
Uh-oh.
And, yes, it is, in fact, a disease and not a poison. You're,
Let's get this fool off to hospital. And Gideon, for God's sake, please don't try to talk to any red-hooded priests again.
it serves me right for trying to do a good deed. Is he...
Well, that's what you get for good deeds. No good deeds go unpunished. Didn't they teach you that?
Fucking brutal employer.
Okay,
Healthcare?
so, I mean, fortunately, in this universe, this is more of like it's more of a service industry. Like, you show up and you're like, hi, I need some, blank kind of thing. And they're like, oh, okay, here's the thing. That will be 100 gold, please, or whatever. And if you can't pay, then, I don't know, indentured servitude for a while or something. I didn't think that far. Most...
So there's no universal healthcare in this universe.
I mean, if you think about it, the classic trope is like, oh, my daughter is sick and I can't, afford to heal her. Please go into the forest and collect three herbs. That's the sort of healthcare system that you guys are working with here.
I'm honestly just gonna like try to deceive these fools again.
No, I mean it's fine. Gideon has money. He can afford to have himself taken care of. Oh, also Shalim. Never mind. It has been 24 hours. Forget what I said. So yeah, what is about to happen now is I need to take a quick break, and also do some things in Foundry without you guys watching. So can we take like a 15-minute break and come back at 5:45?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have sort of collected yourselves up.
I can't hear you.
What?
Everyone can hear him but you, Andy.
Eddie, I can't hear you either.
Put your headphones on. I mean, I've done a lot of that in my time, like debugging my sound forever, only to be like, oh,
Oh, it's unplugged.
I'm not wearing my headphones, and this is output.
I'm in my.
I've definitely done that before too.
Oh yeah.
I've had that happen a few times too.
Or I'm like, where's my phone? Or like, where are my glasses? They're like right in my hand.
Yep.
Come on, why?
The worst is when you have your headphones on, it's just unplugged.
Oh god. Yes.
Yep.
It's even worse than not having them on at all.
Yeah.
It's
Then you
somehow so much worse.
Also, this thing is just weird. Like, I changed nothing from last week to this week, and it's working fine this week. So.
I've noticed similar things with Foundry. I really think it's just like weird network traffic issues sometimes. Can you hear us now, Andy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, I'm eating as well.
That's fine.
I don't know why my camera's not working. I guess it doesn't really matter.
That's okay. We get to see that picture of you and Katrina in bloody robes. What are they called?
like
The
it.
lab coats.
That was a costume contest we won a couple years ago.
Nice.
We won a free cruise to Fort Lauderdale, but we decided just to sell it to our friends because nobody wants to go to Fort Lauderdale.
That is accurate.
Ouch. Poor Fort Lauderdale.
They had it coming. Oh, shoot. Where were we? Oh, right. Yes. So, the unpleasantries of this morning have been swept away. The bodies appropriately disposed of. I mean, two of the bodies were just like risen corpses in some robes, and the other one was essentially just a pile of clothing when you were done with it. So, wasn't that hard.
But I question marks still about that detail where they were wet, but it didn't seem like it was from the rain.
So,
Oh yeah.
best that you could figure out what was happening was this guy did not come from outside of your shop. He appeared in it and then doused himself with water to make it seem as though he had trekked here to throw you guys off. I am but a simple traveling priest here to, subtly seek out a thing that I think you have.
I just want to say I never believed it for a second.
Well, only person that believed it was Gideon out of all of us. Apparently, he has a thing for undead men in red robes.
I mean, who doesn't?
Oh, right. I forgot he's not here right now, so let me just.
Sometimes he chooses to do a good deed.
He and Furiosa founded this company so that you guys so that good deeds could be done for money. He's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Look what happened to him.
He's also not here to defend himself.
If you do a good deed for pay, is it really a good deed, or is it just a
Exploitation. That's not a bad deed.
If someone's happy at the end of it, you take a little profit out of it. What's wrong with it?
I mean, you have to stay afloat in order to help others get afloat.
Everyone walks away happy,
right.
happy in the universe. It's the
Do more
nature of
good deeds.
capitalism, Tycho.
Where are we headed?
Thought we'd go downtown.
So I think we,
Metaphorically.
during
Yeah.
our lecture, during my lecture on the history of the catacombs, did we decide we want to go chase them down there and follow? Potential lead source?
Oh
yes,
yeah, I was
but
actually.
we need to neutralize the threat. These
Yeah.
people had somebody else that they were working for, and they want the same information and the same artifact that we're being paid to look for at the time. They are a direct competition.
Also, like, just throwing this out here, they have captured and are torturing Spills the Soup. I don't know if that matters, but
I assumed that he was dead. I was ready to just go down there anyway.
I imagine they're still trying to get intel out of him.
I still want to know why they.
It's a good thing he's not spills the truth.
Yes, the
Only
soup
truth
does. The soup does not have to be truthful.
So the reason they attacked us is because they're also after the artifact,
Yes, it would appear so.
and we don't know who they really are or where they come from yet.
I think they came from the ground. Perhaps not originally, though, but at least this time that would be my best guess.
They sent 3 after us. They'll likely send more. So we may as well go.
Yes,
It'll lead to a
but
tournament.
what type of who they would be working for? What type of an organization they are? I don't believe we do know. Does anybody have any ideas?
No, but Shalene, maybe you should post a warning to the staff to not let anyone else in that shares these characteristics.
Not to worry. They're not all as foolhardy as we.
Yeah, speaking of, I assume that you guys just lock up your offices because, I mean, you guys don't have a staff per se at the Helping Hands. It's just you guys. And
Oh,
Gideon,
we're not at the winking one.
No, you're at the opposite.
the Winking Weird, yes, may want to inform Sam and
I'll inform Sam.
Yeah, that could be a target.
actually, Lynx. Here's the thing. Spills the Soup was under guard by a guy you know who is very professional and somehow ended up captured.
Now let's go talk to this professional guard of ours.
Oh, let's fire him.
No, first.
So,
He might be working with them.
Yeah.
Lynx, I want you to roll. Let's see. What did we decide was your profession's stat?
Like stat or ability.
Let's do roll for me. We'll just. I mean, you're a rogue. We'll just roll stealth, and we'll use that as your contact
Hell yeah.
network things.
That's a lot of stealth.
Rogue.
So, the guy whose name I never thought to make that was on guard duty for Spills is MIA, which is unusual because he's normally the one that makes. It's weird that you can't get in contact with him. Someone or something is preventing a highly professional individual whose skills are beyond your own at the moment from being able to be got a held. I don't know how to say that. You should be able to get in contact with this guy, and he's just like off the map some reason.
Maybe we should go to the Lincoln room, at least investigate the room where Spill the Soup was not spilling the soup.
Yeah.
So is it that we want to find Spills the Soup specifically?
I mean, it's a good starting point.
That's who we want to find. Well, I might be able to consult something or someone that can help point us in the right direction. Because I've met Spills the Soup.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make any promises. I don't know him very well. Have not spent a lot of time with him, but I've spent a little bit of time with him, and I have my ways. I will just need to step into a different room.
You can't share with them?
I need to go retrieve it.
What are you going to retrieve?
My compass. It would have just been, I had it in my room. And stuff.
You left your compass?
Well, I was sleeping in the middle of the night. Well, or at 6 in the morning when we were attacked.
Do you need me to put you back in the...
No, I actually have it on me.
Oh, okay, I see.
It was just for narrative flair.
My mistake.
That was it. So yes, I go and I retrieve something. It's a compass I have that if I hold it and I concentrate on someone or something, or I have to be familiar with it. The compass will point usually in roughly that direction. It might not be spot on, but it's definitely a good place to start. The more I know the person, the more I'm familiar with the place or the person or anything, the more it works. So hopefully this will work.
Okay, roll it for me. Okay. I hadn't thought this all the way through. I think we're going to say, for the sake of argument, because of space, let's just generally assume that all compasses are spherical, so they have X, Y, and Z coordinates on them, because otherwise I don't know how...
That makes sense.
Oh man, I was hoping for like a trapezoid.
Yeah.
Okay, a three-dimensional, like a polyhedron of some sort, at least. Grams...
One-sided dice.
Yes, of course, it's a dodecahedron.
Yes.
And when you roll it, the arrow points in the direction where it lands.
I like that.
You only get a card for
Where are we going, guys?
So,
Like a bowling ball, you just kind of...
Furiosa...
not time to go bowling.
Furiosa grabs herself a drink at the bar and then excuses herself to a corner while she fiddles with something, closes her eyes, and sort of concentrates, and then I guess rolls a dice. So,
There's no, that's all in your head.
well, excuses herself, and Furiosa, the indicated direction is coming from beneath. In the negative direction on the z-axis from where you are.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna talk to Sam and see if he noticed anything weird going on.
And is it like kind of like directly below us, or sort of like?
Well, let's see. If we are to assume the map is if Tenrei map, we'll just assume is like north-south direction the way it's laid out. So that's gonna be from the Winking Weird. It's gonna be in the down eastern. Yeah, down eastern direction. There's got to be a better term for that, but yes, it's deest.
Is it like? Well, I'm just thinking of like. Oh, is it axial? What's the one with like the body with like the posterior, anterior, and then isn't there like? Is it axial or like
Distal and
distal?
Medial.
I'm blanking. Well, distal, medial, and
There's rostral and costral. Is that what you're?
that's head and away from head.
Yeah, I mean, if we're standing though, that's up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Proximal. It really depends on.
Anyway, it's deest. Sam has not
Anterior. That's
the dorsal and ventral.
Yeah, so it's ventral.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to remember the opposite.
Superior is above and over.
Yeah, that's
Actually-
that's in reference to like a local reference.
Yeah. So dorsal and ventral would be better. So ventral east.
Well, that would be more along the y-axis.
I think deest is fine. So,
Okay.
Sam.
Easton.
That's dumb. We're all very stupid. Creative. I meant creative. Sam has not noticed anything unusual. I mean, the only unusual thing is, it's not really unusual. I mean, there's an astral storm outside. Nobody's like patronized this place. The people who are staying here are, holed up in their rooms and everything.
Once we find the guards, then I guess. Go check out Spills the Soup's room.
Everybody roll for me an investigation roll.
Not great. Tycho's consumed with his.
You're just nerding out over the catacombs right now. Just like talking to some random dude, you know the catacombs are this old and like.
So the only one
Behind it all.
The only one in here aside from you guys and Sam is I don't know if you can see it, but this little cat hanging out by the fireplace. So Tycho explains these, complicated historical theories and whatnot to this cat, who just kind of like patiently takes it and then mews with understanding afterwards. So yes, I'm just gonna roll for Andy.
I don't understand how I can't find where to do this. I hit the die and it rolled a 14, but I guess it wasn't applicable to what we're doing.
Here. You know what? Here's what I can
Maybe
do.
If you did a screen share.
Let me do that.
Let me try.
Oh, Andy, you can do that. Yes, that works.
I don't know.
That's fine. Here, I'll share my screen. Show you what to do. Okay, this is your character sheet, yeah?
Yeah.
So over here on the attributes tab, you've got all of these little things, right? You're clicking. Are you able to see?
Okay, yes, now I am.
So
How did you get to this?
Uh,
Start over, I'm sorry.
sure. So your token here, right? Double click on him.
Right.
There's your character sheet.
Oh my gosh. Finally. I just wasn't double clicking.
Now it's all easy.
Yes.
Investigate.
4 hours to figure it out. So don't do
Investigation?
that.
Yes.
All right.
You should roll investigation roll for just investigation.
Have you investigated the investigation role?
So it's asking advantage, normal, disadvantage.
Just press enter.
Enter.
There you go. All right. As seen on the map here, Tycho and Korak are both enraptured by this cat. So neither of them, we'll just say neither of them join you guys in your investigations upstairs, which makes some amount of sense. Korak, you just had it's been a little bit of a rough couple days for you, and you spent most of this morning wading through the streets in an astral storm. So a warm fire and a drink are not unwelcome. The rest of you, however, wow, 319s. Shalim, you are able to tell that someone definitely, you know these locks inside and out. Somebody got into Spill's room without the appropriate keys, which when you find them, you'll have to give them an invoice because this lock is broken. Furiosa, Lynx, and Icinia, with a rare, everybody rolled the same number. There was a struggle here. It is faint. Whoever abducted Spills did a very good job of covering their tracks. The only thing that you guys are really able to discern is that there are, there's a little bit of a scuff mark. If this is Spill's bed, just like at the side of, almost underneath the bed, there's a scuff mark where something metal lightly gouged the floor. Also in the hallway, there is a smattering of tiny blood droplets on the wall near this front door. Your best guess is that was probably belonged to the bodyguard that was posted for him.
Could you share your camera, Gamma? Because
What?
I think you might have been doing like hand gestures, but I don't think your camera's on. You're the astral guide, right?
Yeah, is my camera not on?
It's on.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, I wonder why it doesn't show.
Sometimes it does that apparently when like there's the network is being funky.
Yeah, I'll just.
I was having that issue earlier.
Technology.
No, no, it doesn't show. Because if it did, your camera would actually say it's on, but it doesn't. It has a big line across from it. In fact, I can, I can send a screenshot to you.
What'd you say, Icinia?
Oh, I said, where's the bodyguard? The one that was detected.
Yeah, I can't see it now either for Gamma. The camera.
Yeah, it just continues to look like this for me.
One moment, please.
And I don't know, Gamma, do you have the ability to show your camera to some people and not to others?
I can see.
Yeah, because mine has a crossed out video too.
Yeah, it's crossed out in red. Yeah, it's crossed out in red. And then in the voice, when the voice crosses out, it's not in red. It's in a different color.
Are you guys on phones?
Here's my view of things. I can't like selectively share my screen with anyone. I don't know what to say.
If you're on a phone, or like for those who are saying that they can't see the video and are on phones, it might be something on the phone itself. So I'm using.
Not on the phone.
Oh, so maybe not then. Oh yeah, right. That makes sense. You have the whole digital avatar going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on my desktop. I don't know what else to do other than like log out, log in, turn my camera on and off.
Oh no, this is so fucking weird. Like I had to go into the settings and I had to hit turn on their video.
That's odd. Okay, yeah.
That is really,
It's probably like reserved data or something.
it probably had something to do. Like I think I might have had something to do with like when like doing the screen share, and for some reason like when it tried to go back to not being on screen share, something was just weird. I don't know. Anyway, I figured out what it was with my Android.
How'd you do it, Andrea?
You know how you can click on you can click like up at the right hand and it'll be where you can see everybody, like all their different just like the list of people, and you can
Oh.
and then you can click on gammas, so click on astral
Thank you.
yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Princess.
So where's the bodyguard? Did they survive?
There is no sign of them.
I wonder if there are any witnesses.
Good.
Trilling, do you want maybe round up your staff and see?
Yeah. Like a plan B. Alright, Sam. Get all the staff in here. You need to see if anyone heard something.
So, aside from Sam, you have two like servers, I guess, and like a barback guy. One of the servers and the barback were in like last night, so you round them up, and yeah, I mean, nobody saw, nobody heard anything. Nobody was like up in the the upper levels where the rooms are, though. So if anything did happen up there, they wouldn't have been aware of it if it was like not loud enough for them to hear. But it was pretty quiet at night, other than like the storm outside. If something did happen, they would probably have heard it, but they did not.
If whoever took spills the soup was anything like the ones that showed up here, we know that they teleported or something. They just appeared. They appeared. They weren't there, and then they were. So
Time,
yes.
Did we follow the trail of blood in the hallway? See where it went? Or is there a trail?
There is not. It is so.
I bet it went down this.
Here is the door to Spill's room. The on this side of the wall leads towards the stairs up. Just like not halfway between, but closer to the door between it and the stairs is just like a tiny amount of blood just above like the baseboard there, and it's not like something that you would notice unless you were really like scrutinizing it hard. It's just like if somebody had like dipped their hand in blood and gone like that.
So it's time to. I guess we only have Furious as dodecahedron two-tone comets.
We gotta go in.
Down east. Do we have
Alright.
to get underground?
We need to find the entrance.
There must be some well-known entrances if there was once a museum and other things down there.
Yes.
We have to go back to the museum.
We should go to the museum.
Actually, yes, you can get there from near the museum. There is like an entrance to. They don't really do tours anymore or anything, but you can go down from there and see. There's other ways into like back alleys and stuff for the lower sewers where you can like creep your way in from there. So the nicest way in would be to just hop the fence essentially near the museum and crawl down there. It's not like it's particularly well guarded or anything.
Don't worry, Tycho does tours.
I'm just imagining, like, we're just going through, pointing at everything.
So I'll say that 841 is helping take care of him. Gideon, over your guys' gossip stones, gives you the heads up on what's going down. He has what the priests are saying is, where did I put it? He has something. Yes, well, that's a pre-existing condition.
What was that? Sorry?
I kid. He has what? Oh, gross! It's called flesh rot. All right, he's afflicted with something called flesh rot. It is It is not deadly if treated properly, but unfortunately, he will need some sort of. He'll need like a cure disease potion essentially to get rid of it, unless he wants to just like bed rest it out. But 841 is an alchemist and doing their best to attempt to distill something, although this may be beyond their level of skill. Um, Essentially, he can offer you guys some, logistical support and hold down the fort at the office, but he cannot join you where you guys are going because, as the name implies, his skin is like a little paper thin right now, and he doesn't look very good.
Maybe next time try not to let in the not so nice looking priests into our abode.
As soon as I'm able to stand again, I'm going to do something about all the shit that you're giving me.
Oh, please do try. I'd like to see you. They more than just prattle on about your nonsense.
I feel like we should be making some like contested charisma rolls here.
For
For shit talking.
Oh no, I mean, okay. First off, flesh rot gives you disadvantage on charisma checks. So, secondly, I don't think this is really a contested role. I mean, it's shit talk. It's successfully talking shit.
I mean, like, Shalim and Gideon just don't get along. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's basically been established at this point.
Surprising, because I feel like your values are similar.
They are probably, but I just saw Gideon. It's just like that man seems not so great.
Gideon?
Okay.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
Keep going to have it where it counts.
Let's see.
They bicker because they love.
Exactly.
Or something.
Maybe one day we'll see.
Music stopped.
Or did it?
Oh, it's back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, music changed. Music changed.
Shit's about to go down.
All right, so
More.
the once you guys get off of like the tour area part of this, as I said, they haven't done tours in a long time. It's not. I mean, the museum at this point functions mostly as like a pawnbroker for the people who actually come back from wild space with,
Stuff.
yeah, with stuff. The Tenrei is not exactly like a beacon of like academia or touristy things anymore. So yeah, these places have not been like trodden in quite some time. There's bits of trash here and there. Maybe some spray paint where the teenagers sneak in and do teenager things. But once you get down past that, it is dark. And with the exception of, I actually don't know if any of you have dark vision.
That's
I don't
weird.
remember what Warforged or...
I mean, I just can't imagine an elf.
I have
They
it.
can stand the dark.
Well, hang on now. I don't remember everybody's races.
Oh,
I do
Galen,
not.
I always play some kind of an elf.
Do
Two characters.
do I know that?
Yeah, so far.
So I think Assinia has you guys.
I have dark vision.
Nice.
It's under effect.
Okay, yeah. Furiosa and Assinia, and everybody else.
I play superhuman versions.
I don't.
Play my superhero versions of myself, so I gotta be an elf. Even made it rhyme.
There you go.
I don't lack charisma all the time.
All right, but the rest of you, so it is the monochrome vision leading the blind essentially down here, unless well, actually, I'm not gonna check your inventories. If you guys have any like light sources, now's the time to use them.
I think I have a lantern, but I need to double check once. Oh, you know what? No, I can get.
I have tiny torches for some reason.
Oh, a candle.
Can I help lead and we make like a stand?
Yes. If
Yeah,
you
I've got a lantern.
if you do feel like using a light source, just click on it and it should automatically use it in the proper way. But
Yeah, I do have like so I do have druid craft, so I can light a candle of torches or anything like. But you know, I gotta have one to light.
Oh, cool.
If anybody has a candle or torch,
Yeah,
I'll light
light my lantern so I don't have to expend any oil.
yes.
I got one torch lit. We should be conserved. Because it does a 20-foot radius, I want to say.
Isn't it beam? Well,
A candle's only
Yes,
5 foot.
sorry,
so
here, I'll-
hang on to those for emergency.
Yeah, this one, the torch is a 20-foot radius, so it should light our whole party.
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, yeah.
let's see if the light is working. I'm just gonna turn the lights
I
off
think we're
real
just
quick.
taking it easy. We packed a lot of shit.
Wait.
I mean, I legitimately have a rope, a glass bottle, and if somebody had oil, I'd be good to go. Make a torch right there. Just make a lantern. Try to be
I have oil.
prepared. Oh, see.
I see the problem. You gotta have it equipped. Let me just equip that for you real quick. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Bright camp. That is a bright fireplace.
Yeah.
Equip. There we go.
It's getting bright.
It's the cat.
Sorry, I'm
What
just.
is this cat doing?
It's just shoveling wood in the air.
Yeah. Warming itself by the fire. Yeah, sorry, I only unpaused that, or I only pulled that up to make sure that light sources were working, but it looks like they are. It looks like you have to equip them before you use them. That's my bad. Everything's good now. Okay.
The cat is still there. I'm adopting it as a pet.
I mean, it just kind it's kind of like the bar's cat. It just kind of hangs out, does its thing. Doesn't seem to belong to anyone. Comes and goes as it pleases, but mostly stays around the fireplace.
Like those cats.
Yeah.
Correct. You suspect one of your staff is feeding it.
That's alright.
Okay. So for about, let me just transfer you guys to this map. I'm not gonna unpause just yet, but when we get to the part where we're on a map and I unpause it, I highly recommend that y'all don't just like scatter like ants everywhere and like take your time to move forward slowly. Just a suggestion.
Okay.
Partially because what?
How about I hold Furiosa's hand and Furiosa holds someone else's hand
Who's the
We're all like our way through
beefiest?
this dungeon.
I'll tie
Whoever's
us all,
beefiest, be in the front.
I'll tie
and
us all
hold it.
together with this rope.
This
I'm-
beefy guy in the front, hold a torch.
You guys can you got torches and lanterns. It's fine. You can see now.
We don't need a
Okay.
Let's hold hands.
I've got 2 locks. I'll lock us together.
Okay, so you guys have like a human, or I guess a sentient thing tether going, which is great because the deeper you go, like the lighter the gravity is. So yeah, you're just kind of like doing the bouncy thing as you guys are like walking forward, chained together so you don't go flying around, I guess.
Liam's is not about this.
Either
Yeah, being
Tucker
beefy
is,
is
though.
really terrible in a combat situation.
this feels like stupid then.
Once you guys get down past like the caves where there are the less fortunate in Tenrei kind of living and whatnot, once you get further down to the places where people don't go anymore, gravity. You're so close to the gravity line now that there kind of isn't any, if that makes sense. Like you're not in 0 G, but like yeah, it's very light. So walking is kind of like a thing where you have to like bounce. Which, for the purposes of like mechanics, will say that everybody's movement is doubled, um, but it is very hard to like maneuver. So you can go like if your movement's 30, you can go 60, but only really in one direction. Because I don't know, I've never been in 0 G, but I reckon it's probably hard to turn when you're going like that. Which is why I recommend. It's part of the reason I recommend moving forward slowly and deliberately. Also because it's a pain in my ass when everybody gribbles all over the map. Um, so the first signs of anything that you guys run across is you hear some voices much further down the cave system that you are currently in. And you know what? Give me some perception checks to see if you guys can hear what is going on there.
Oh yeah, I have good perception. That's really
So I
cool.
can add
Oh.
I think it's just that tether thing is just really annoying.
It is this clank clank.
You have a pop-up that says conditional visibility add new sense. Are you sure to apply the sense perception to civilians, or are you
Oh.
selecting add perception, add normal, do nothing?
Uh,
I got that too.
yeah, just hit enter.
Yeah, I just did nothing as well.
I did nothing.
Or nothing works too.
Yeah, I always either hit do nothing or I hit the X. Just X out of it. And it still does what it's supposed to do.
Nothing has exploded thus far. Apparently.
I kind of hate that I rolled the highest perception check on this one because I'm a little creeped out right now.
You're probably the one who's like geeking out the most right now. So you're paying attention to every detail.
Right.
The rest of us are just annoyed by the tether thing.
Tether.
I would say I'm more distracted by my entertainment of the tether.
I'm daydreaming about it.
Tycho, your what is it? Is it called goosebumps? Yes, goosebumps. You get goosebumps as it feels like someone is dragging like a very hot knife across your eardrums. You hear the sizzle of something whispered in abyssal up ahead. You can't make out what exactly it is. Also, I don't think you speak abyssal, but you're familiar with the language at this point, having encountered it earlier today.
Yeah.
But yes, if your hair wasn't already gray, it'd be like, oh, I feel like going gray right now. It's spooky.
Oh God, guys, there's definitely some abyssal speaking weirdos ahead.
What direction was it coming?
Further in. Like, far enough to where the guy who rolled a 22 is the only one who heard it. So, maybe. How does numbers work? I don't know. Maybe like a half a kilometer down, further down the cave system.
Kilometers like 0.6 miles, whatever, right?
I have no idea.
0.6 something.
Kilometers. No, maybe it's like 1.6 kilometers, 1 mile.
Oh, maybe that's yeah. What? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's 1.6 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the voice cautiously.
Honestly, we're finding out would-be perpetrators.
Then I would like for everyone to give to me a stealth roll.
Wait,
Well,
what?
Still.
Stealth.
Did you say stealth?
Yeah. Um, If it asks you to do something, just click nothing. I don't know if that box is gonna pop up again.
Alright, pretty good.
Yeah, a natural 20, I would say so.
Plus my mods. I'm a sneaky boy. That's literally my highest ability.
Oh, it's kind of filthy on this one too. I don't know why.
Tycho's,
Cantankerous old guy.
you're in your element here. The adventure has called. You feel 15 years younger.
This tether is just killing me.
All right, so let me just set the scene a little bit here. You guys are tethered together, kind of, bouncing down this corridor. You hear these voices. Tycho's like, ooh, ooh, guys. And so you all kind of like slow your movement a little bit to like, sneakily bounce. Two problems with this. Shalim and Furiosa are kind of just like, being dragged along by this, slamming into things. Also, you guys have some light sources going on. However, in spite of these light sources, you guys immediately, like, Lynx just seems to be gone. Like, their tether is untethered. They seem to have, like, whispered themselves away somewhere.
Oh no, Link first they shoot themselves. Leave us behind.
Oh, that moment I'll never forget.
You were briefly reassured, though, that Lynx is like, no, I'm still here. I'm fine.
At least you didn't shoot yourself again, unlike me, who's hitting himself every time we bounce up.
So, Lynx, I'm gonna say that you skulk ahead since this is like your
That's very in character for me, yes.
Tycho. Well, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, Lynx, what's going on up ahead is there are two individuals similar to those walking corpse things that you had seen back at the offices. They are, however, speaking. You don't know a whole lot about like the undead or whatever, but you're pretty sure that's not normal, especially given that you guys had to go find a whole ass enchanted book to talk to the dead. So this is probably a little unusual.
I want to sit back and like kind of if there's any way I can gesture to the party, like stay back, then I do that. And I guess I try. Can I do like insight just to pick up on from their tone what kinds of things they might like? Like for example, are they trying to hide? Do they like? Do they maybe are they excited because they have taken someone prisoner? I'm thinking, are they afraid because they've gotten perhaps word back that some of their buddies got killed?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna make you roll at disadvantage though because you don't speak the language. But yes,
Well,
one of those was an 18 I saw. um, right. So I mean, hooded figures. Their hoods are down, but it's emaciated. It's mummified flesh on bone. Little hard to like interpret like facial features or expression or anything like that. Because there are just two of them, and they are standing at the behind them, you can see that the cave starts to give way to some sort of stonework. They're standing at the mouth of that stonework, still inside a cave. You know what? Here's what I can do. I can just put... You are not actually this close, so don't worry. This is just for illustrative purposes, for educational purposes only. But Lynx, this is what you're seeing there is these two guys. Sorry, you see a big-headed cultist and a clumsy cultist. Up ahead, yeah, they're chittering about something.
I would like to. I want to sneak attack one of them and see if we can take the other one hostage.
Lay it on me.
Alright. So, this is actually my first time playing a rogue, so how do I sneak?
Alright, let me first put you into proper stealth.
Pretty good.
There's some proper stealth. What you're gonna do, I believe I have your auto sneak attack is on. So attack him. You should be attacking him with advantage, so it should automatically apply the sneak attack damage. Are you melee or ranged?
I want to get close.
Okay.
So that hopefully I can take this guy out and hopefully grab the other one before he can run.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Trying to see if I want. Scimitar this guy. Rogue.
You did an extra 1 point of sneak attack damage. So you're not actually proficient in scimitars is a little bit of what the issue is.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, so you can still, weapons you're not proficient in, you can still use. You just don't get a proficiency bonus. It's not that big a deal at this low of a level because it's the difference between adding to or not adding to.
Right.
But yes, you...
I thought that scimitar was martial melee. Do I not have that? Oh, I don't. I'm okay. You're right.
Teehee. So anyway,
Starting last.
yeah. So you, you're a consummate professional. So it's not like you suddenly appear from the shadows and like Hail Hydra or anything. Just like all of a sudden, this guy has a piece of metal protruding from him, and then it goes away again. Unfortunately, this reveals your location to the other two of them. So I guess I'm just gonna.
Okay with drawing aggro.
I'm just gonna have to put you guys in combat real quick. I reckon this probably won't be a long combat, but
And the rest of us are not there.
actually, yeah, we can do it that way. That'll make things a little quicker. So yes, we'll just do the two cultists and Lynx, and if it lasts longer than that, then I will consider having you guys come there. Let's see. This is Clumsy Cultist's turn, which means that he gurgles something at you
Oh, ow.
and hits you with a similar scimitar to the one that you used on his.
Doesn't seem too clumsy to me.
Right.
And this guy, swing and a miss. Excuse me.
Well, that's the guy that I attacked, wasn't it?
Yes, your turn.
Going at him with a rapier this time, and I'm gonna try to GTFO after this, but
Oh, yeah, good.
and then with my 6 words, I basically point my rapier at this guy, like, get on the ground.
roll intimidate. Actually, it doesn't matter. He's an undead. You can't intimidate him. I'm gonna add the rest of you guys to combat.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I started black.
Do rogues? I forget if we have a special thing or if it's a higher level that lets us disengage without drawing attack of opportunity.
Level 2, you start getting cunning actions.
Well, I make eye contact with the guy and chug a soda.
Okay.
Pretty
So,
dope.
anyway, I started chugging.
Get behind here and block his way out.
Okay. Icinia.
Are we trying to take him hostage?
Well, that was my plan. It doesn't. Oh, that was Lynx's plan. It doesn't have to be what we're actually doing.
I would like to point out that these guys are undead. You are not certain how much somebody who is using undead cultists as minions is going to be like, oh no, please don't kill the undead.
Okay, let's kill him then. Alright. I will...
Lynx is good with his plan.
I will, target...
Just
And then,
taking hostage. Go figure.
what did you say?
I guess they didn't want to be taken hostage.
Diplomacy has failed.
I called it press negotiation.
Okay, I hit diplomacy.
That's icy.
Did it do any damage?
Did you roll the damage?
Oh.
That's why I was confused. Is because rapier is also a martial melee, but rogues apparently have rapier proficiency. So
I think that's just rolling to attack. Isn't it?
I'm confused. Oh, wait. 'Cause,
Hmm.
So, instead of attack, I'm actually put damage?
It's okay. I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working for you. So 8 piercing.
oh wow.
All right.
Goodbye, crew. Yay!
Lynx emerges from the shadows clapping. Good hit.
Oh. All right. I guess it's
Okay, maybe.
I guess it's just always gonna be doing that.
Hey, leave something. Okay.
Oh, was that for something?
Yeah, I think so.
No GP. Not interested.
Sell stuff later, but
Yeah, you all can mule all that shit.
you know, sucker.
Yeah.
You hear actually time out for a second. I'm gonna pause. I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I'm gonna turn on the light.
You like playing D&D in the dark?
Dungeons and Dragons in Darkness.
It's still a little early here in the darkness happens.
Also, speaking undead made me think. I know that they were way too low level for this to be a lich, but that's like my first thought, and I have to laugh because I love this comic.
I don't know about...
Guess there'll be some Baldur's Gate for me after this.
Oh yeah.
My roommate's been playing that nonstop. Like, I'm just like, why? Like, I'll be sitting here, like, on the opposite side of the house, and I feel my whole house, like, thunder like roaring through the floor, and then I'm just like, oh, is there a storm outside? No.
No, it's
So it's just
just
playing
Baldur's
Baldur's Gate. Yep.
the ball gate, as I call it.
I did the thing that I usually do, which is like I played for 5 minutes, installed a shit ton of mods, broke it, and now in the process of uninstalling it.
I do that to Skyrim. I
Yeah.
actually modded it to, like ultra mod them.
That's how you play Bethesda games. Is you mod it until you break, and then mod it some more.
Looks like someone else is joining our party.
They just woke up. Wanted to say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
CB baby. He's considering his options.
That's one high perception.
Do I want a nerd ad or do I not want a nerd ad right now?
You want me?
He'll learn eventually. Okay, sorry. What did I miss?
No, we were just talking about the Baldur's Gate.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I want to say to Korak, this bow that I used to kill that undead, someone with your symbol gave me this. Hope that adds to the point.
Really?
Yeah,
That is curious.
so you see why I really want to know this information.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm searching for the meaning myself.
Okay.
Everyone loves a classic hunter.
Authentic.
You got two people who are both like searching for the truth, confused at each other why they aren't revealing more information that they don't know.
Shireen's just straight up amused.
At least Shalene hasn't muttered to himself lately.
As a what? Sorry.
Hasn't muttered to himself lately.
Not audibly, at least.
Well, I mean, wait for this campaign to keep going. I'm sure you'll hear more about Johnny. And
Who is Johnny, by the way?
Well, man, some secrets, dear. You can't just ask such broad questions like that.
Oh, I have way too many secrets.
A gentleman never asks and a lady never tells.
I assume he was the one who made that crossbow hit, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got out sniped by the bard. Just further proving in my mind that you should only ever play a bard.
Well, as I'm chugging down on that cola that I did earlier, I give one to her too. Yeah. You should have a little pop-up that says accept item.
Furiosa,
I like anything edible.
the
But you're in luck.
area that you are in, it appears that several coffins have been exhumed from their places in the walls.
Oh yes, this is creepy. These aren't supposed to be like these, right, Tycho? Where are you at?
Well, Professor, I would imagine there's an expert of history you would be that exhumed coffins are probably not a good thing.
I don't like this one bit.
Suppose we
In
may want to be prepared for reinforcements.
in the far end, directly ahead of you, at the far end, here are a pair of double doors. I can describe them in further detail later. Flanking them are two figures. Tycho, you've seen these before. They are similar, not the same as, but they are similar in proportions and form as the cultivator statues that have showed up once or twice in your research, similar to the one that Spills had mentioned was holding those two orbs, one of which had a piece of the log pose. These are nowhere near as refined. If anything, they look as though somebody was like created a facsimile from memory almost of better, more skilled depictions of these figures. The eyes of both of these glow with small red fire opals, which don't. Fire opals in this context are not magic items that you guys can steal. Just leave them in the eye sockets, please.
Refresh my memory. The world builders, right?
Yes, the worldsmiths.
Worldsmiths.
In the south area there, in the little alcove, there is a barred gate. There are, I forget what they're called, but the little like cubbies, the niches where you put the wrapped corpses in a tomb, line that area. But in the southeasternmost corner of that area is an unconscious and very roughed up Spills the Soup. Directly to the side, like right where you are, Asinia, there is a strange 3-hold slot on the ground, which, by your best reckoning, operates the portcullis that keeps you out from that gated area.
Kinda magic shit. We have a railroad grade. It's probably the best at lockpicking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got lock picks. I've
Thieves' Tool, Dexterity.
Really on us?
do it.
Tycho, you notice something important, but we'll deal with that in a second.
Is it the wall inscription?
Yes. I think you could double click on it and it'll explain some things.
I tried, but maybe Tycho's better at maybe the
Oh,
game.
you want me? That's fine.
I can't click it, but yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, I'm for some reason it's not letting me roll when
You're doing it wrong. Stop it.
clearly.
So remember, you click the name of it, and then at the bottom of the description there, you click Use Thieves' Tools.
I got you.
It's just like a million.
I
And
know it by now. I've used Foundry for a while. I have no excuses.
Yeah, but do you pick locks a lot?
I don't, but I
Because
do.
I feel really I feel really stupid when I have to do this all the time and I still don't remember.
You definitely kicked the shit out of that lock.
so
Oh, yeah.
the mechanism for this lock, it
Oh, yeah.
does seem pickable. However, you're gonna need some better equipment here. It looks like you're gonna have you don't. There are 3 essentially like lock holes in this thing. You can pick one, but when you go to pick the next one, the first one resets. So you're gonna need either 3 sets of thieves' tools or at least 2 things to hold the locks in place.
Can I try burning out the lock?
You can. You're not sure what the mechanism inside is, but the outside of it is stone. But yeah, there might be something flammable in there.
What would you need to, or what would you even need to hold the lock?
More thieves' tools would work.
I could try to like just burn out one of the mechanisms and maybe open up the other one.
Sure.
I'll put my tools in one, holding it open.
Shalim, why don't you... Do you have any fire magic?
I had the Eldritch Blast. Fire magic.
It is not...
Laser gun.
Well, that could work. Sure, let's start with laser gun. I want for you to roll for me just... I guess that's going to be like a straight dexterity check. And then Shalim, roll for me Arcana to see if you can leverage your magical forces to mess up that third one.
Alright, Johnny, here we go.
We might have. Do we have inspiration at all yet?
You do, actually.
Inspiration?
Yes.
I have that.
So yeah, inspiration can give you a reroll on something. If you want, you can use your inspiration and reroll that, Shalim.
Do that.
Did I need to roll a dex for the blaster shot?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, that is significantly better than a critical failure.
So for a dex check, do I just click on dex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been like another Johnny moment. I'm like, God, Johnny.
And it's normal, right? There's no advantages here.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to use your inspiration?
I kind of want to just blast a friend. No, I'll switch to the
Use one of your lifelines to blast a friend.
Okay, let's go.
Hey! Alright, cool. That is not how I thought this was going to get solved, but it is a valid way to solve it. So, you've got the thief holding the tension on one of the lock tumblers. Tycho has like adjusted the little lens on the end of his ray gun and is just kind of like holding down the trigger as it like melts through some mechanisms. Shalim almost puts too much magical force into it, but is able to like, concentrate and focus his Eldritch Blast into like a thin beam of energy. And after about 30 seconds of this, the acrid smell of ozone overcomes everyone's nostrils as the lock mechanisms are destroyed, and the portcullis door just kind of like slides down, it falls down since there's nothing holding it in place anymore.
All right.
Bill.
I'm gonna chat to build the suits here.
He-
Even awake?
no, he is unconscious and very badly beaten and bruised.
We got a healer.
We got some cola too, right?
Yeah, we got some cola.
Korok is a cleric. I'm gonna throw that out there.
New friend. Please help our fallen companions. Also, wait, Korak knows this guy.
Yes.
I forgot.
Well, perhaps you'd like to do the honors?
Duke, let me heal you.
The
Baby, baby.
the tabaxi lifelessly in the corner bleeding. You imagine if he was awake, he'd give you the thumbs up.
Like, do I have permission to touch you?
It's like, you remember that?
Any condition to be giving permission. We should focus on getting him better first.
You remember that scene from Aladdin where he's like drowning and he's like, "I need you to make the wish," and his head just kind of flops.
I love that scene.
Come on, help.
Yeah, cure them wounds. Also, I just noticed your last name and I love it.
My name?
It also still has the NPC responses up still. But that doesn't look like the results are bad.
I have to figure. I should figure out how to turn it off, but I don't think I will.
It's pretty good.
My cruel world was the best.
All right. Spills, his wounds close. His fur is still matted with dried blood, but you tap him awake, and he hisses something in Sylvan before realizing that it's you, Korok, and sort of looks around startled, and says, Spills did not say anything. Please do not harm Spills."
Well, I mean, from what we can tell, we're just glad you're alive still.
Spills looks around. He says, "Spills is alive, but is in graveyard. Has Spills been perhaps not alive at some point?"
No, nothing like that. Just some interior decorating choices that want more suitable to your patrons.
counter spills.
Let's see. Spills. Spills held out for as long as he could. Never said anything. But I'm switching to normal voice for this one. I apologize. He says that, for a good 12 hours he held out against torture, but in spite of them not being able to get him to say anything, a strange man. At one point during the torture, they knocked him unconscious. When he came to, there was a man shrouded in darkness and starlight, almost as if the shadows around him held in them little points of distant stars. And he did some strange Shalim roll Arcana. Actually, anyone who knows magic, roll Arcana.
I don't get magic until like 3rd level, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, Shalim and Icinia. Spills describes a strange ritual that pulled his memories from him in these glimmering strands of light, which you two recognize as a not. It's not a powerful spell, but it is an unusual one to know. A spell called Encode Thoughts, which allows you to extract, in the proper hands, it allows you to extract memories into a tangible object. Unfortunately, in the process, it removes those memories. So Spills knows that he knew something and that it was taken from him, but he doesn't know what it was that they learned from him.
Decode thoughts to the opposite.
If you encode thoughts, cast again will let you essentially decode those thoughts.
But I want to ask Spills if he recognizes those, if he's ever seen these statues here, if he's ever seen them anywhere else.
Wait, guys. I think we have a scroll for encode thoughts.
I have a scroll for encode thoughts.
So that will be useful. Hang on to it. Keep that in mind. You will need to have the encoded thoughts, though, to use it.
Oh, I see.
Also, there's a wall inscription we didn't.
Right.
Invest-
Let me throw a journal article at you guys real quick, because here's what's about to happen. It is my favorite time of any session. It is time for, where did I put it? It is time for a puzzle. I will show this to all of you. I will read it aloud just for fun. In the pillar between those two double doors, there is a small gem set in the center. On either side, the doors are etched with 5 horizontal lines evenly spaced above and below one another. Above the gem, there is an inscription which reads, "The key that opens can neither cut nor crush."
Is it a riddle?
Mm-hmm.
It open. Okay. In weapons, there's like bludgeon damage, there's slashing damage, and then there's piercing damage. I don't know.
Can I manipulate the doors and see if are those lines like it says it's etched, but like are they magical? Can they be manipulated? I guess I wouldn't know that. I don't know.
I'm trying to like. So, what? Okay, yeah, I don't fully understand how. Are you just like rubbing your hands on them or anything, or?
Pretty much.
Uh, You can't tell if they're magical or anything, but yes, they are. They are in fact like etched in there.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Could it be an arrow?
That could be it. Yeah.
I don't know how to submit the answer.
Can we maybe move the gem around?
No, the gem is set in there. Um, you know what? The four people who gave me an Arcana check last time, give me another Arcana check.
All right.
Are there key? Is there a keyhole? Someone already asked.
Sorry, say again.
Was there a keyhole or some kind of?
No, there is no keyhole. um, yeah,
Is it
okay.
like a wooden key? Like a wooden.
So
Maybe we just need the gem.
our big brain arcanists here recognize this gem as they don't have a proper name, but they are essentially sound like music holders. Like you would sing or play an instrument or something into it and would hold that song. This one is empty.
Oh, it's looking for a password.
I wish we had a bard. Five, five. Yeah, I know. 5 lines. That's like one staff,
A pin?
basically.
5 lines is to what?
In like music.
Oh yeah. It's musical notes.
Oh, can I play a song?
What would you like to play?
Just make it sure it's in a key signature that doesn't have sharp or flats.
Because it is that because of the neither cut nor crush?
That's my guess.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I have my flute of wondrous tale.
Gotta play something in the major key of C.
C sharp, A minor.
I know
Here's the
so
best.
little about like this is where my knowledge leaves me completely.
Jesse didn't think that you guys could get it, but I said there's fucking 7 people here. Y'all will be able to puzzle it out. Yes, you play the a song in the key of C major, and sure enough,
Oh yes.
the note neither cuts nor crushes. Had you played it wrong, you would have been either crushed or cut, but fortunately, you were not.
Woo!
Yeah, well arcaned and well played.
Yeah,
Well played.
that was good.
Good announcing
that.
from the no sharp or clap.
Um, as when the door comes sliding open, Spill's eyes widen and says, "Be careful in there. I believe that they are still in the space ahead."
Well, just
No worries,
stand
Bill.
up.
We're professional undead hunters at this point. It's become part of our job description. In fact, so much so, getting even let few of them into our home.
So friendly that one.
All right, hang up a second.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
A way to better see the map.
Good to draw.
You can kind of only see what your character can see.
I can't see anyone right now. I
Oh,
don't.
we're all
Can you go up?
inside here, so you wouldn't be able to see inside the door.
Go up and to the right.
The map cuts off for me even when I fully zoom out.
hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, when I have the roll part open, it blocks it. I have to move the map.
Oh, huh.
Oh well.
So you guys hear behind the stone doors ahead of you. You hear chanting in what at this point is familiar enough, an abyssal chant.
Music.
What are they saying? I'll be able to understand it.
Right, Korok, there you are. They are. They are saying. Well, they're singing praise to. Shoot. Hang on. Different page of notes. They are singing praise and asking for the guidance of uh, the where is it the the Dark Lord of the Risen.
Oh no, that sounds satanic.
All right.
Um,
I am relaying all of this to the party in case anyone understands what this is.
Tycho, do you
Loading that fucking weapon up.
do you have uh, yeah, you do. Roll me history.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And okay, yes, that will do. You have heard of the followers of the Risen before. You don't know anything about them, just that cult has come up in certain treaties, research notes, or whatnot from uh, expeditions and archaeological digs over the last several decades or so. They were essentially like a problem for people who were going out to ruins at one point, but then they sort of like fell off the face of the charted, um, which opened up archaeological digs and stuff again. But that's all you really know. That they were dicks, and then they were not because they were gone.
Yeah. A big thorn in the archaeological community's side until they disappeared for a while.
But yes,
Could have brought them back.
that is what the chant is about, Korak. It seems that they are, asking for the favor of beseeching the Dark Lord of the Risen for something, and then you hear the rush of like wind and magic from behind the door.
Should we really be advancing?
Do we
Is
have
the pay good?
We can't see the numbers. We don't know how many there are.
Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
Yeah. As you guys all like, Scooby Doo style press everyone's ears against the door.
Scooby-Doo.
It, yeah, you can make out 5 distinct sources of sound. There's definitely one of the not undead things in there, and then it sounds like there's about 4 of the undead things. The undead all kind of sounding the same.
Is Spills able-bodied again or no?
He, I mean, he's in a bad way, but he's up. Why?
No. I was gonna say.
Is he armed?
What are you planning to do? Throw him at them. Throw him at them as a distraction.
Well, we
Yeah.
outnumber them. It sounds like
Give
we
him shield
outnumber
and
them.
bring him back.
Meat shield.
He can, he can offer. You can offer one of you some bardic inspiration if you wish,
I don't
but
wanna use shield. I just was curious if he was able-bodied.
okay.
We just can he fight with us if we need to, if it comes down to it.
Oh, absolutely not.
Certain
What if he was healed? If he was healed, could he fight, or is he just still bad at it?
Do you want to give me a persuasion to try to convince him
Oh god.
to Okay.
The tortured golf.
Leave.
Oh
I'll do
no.
it.
Don't harbor cowards in our party.
I didn't think this was a good idea. Leave. It's bigger than usual. Just throw a furry creature at them, hope that maybe they get distracted long enough.
Well, there's four of those.
We had favorable numbers.
It sounds like what I'm hearing is there might be four of those undeads, but if we can just wipe them out quick enough, we might be able to question the one that's not undead.
They don't seem very talkative, Taika. I admire the thinking, but
Okay, so a
Well,
shooty blasty, I'm in.
yes. Yes, we must neutralize the threat.
It's like, I think we should handle this with diplomacy. No, okay.
I'm a team player.
Yeah, these aren't that strong. I think we can.
I'm just thinking of what they did to poor Gideon.
poor
Oh.
Gideon. He's the fool who let them in to begin with.
He's resistant and do range attacks, as you said.
Like, if we can take out the undead, assuming there is only four, maybe the fifth thing will give up and we have an opportunity to.
Oh, Taika, you're such an optimist.
Depending on how
He really is.
Depending on how closely they're clustered together, I have 1,000 tiny ball bearings that I can throw to trip people up, depending on what their dex is.
I would love to watch undead people.
And I think it'd be pretty funny.
This could be hilarious. Let's go.
If only for that moment.
All right.
On that alone.
I
What-
could die happily afterwards. Once I watch that.
Let me
I'm trying to figure out how I go sneaky sneak.
let me drop to turn base so that we can have this play out in the appropriate amount of time. How to go sneaky sneak? You roll stealth, and then you click the whatever the button is on the
Add stealth or add hidden?
the one on the left side. I think it's stealth.
I see. I am stealth.
Yes.
Excellent.
Have you all tried stealth or whatever it's worth?
Yeah.
Well, we certainly have the element of some
wow.
kind of surprise.
All right. Well, that's a surprise.
What is the stealth thing?
Clumsy old man's not stealth at all.
Gracious cultist, fantastic cultist.
If you are not trained in stealth, it will not like get you to. The enemy will still be able to like. How do I put this? In Foundry terms, you won't get a bonus to your attack for being hidden unless you're a rogue, but you can still stealth to try and like not be spotted by them and stuff, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. I just wonder because I am proficient in stealth. I only
And it didn't pop up the question of whether or not you wanted to.
have never asked me. No.
Okay, let me. Let me.
Can I sneak ahead and throw those ball bearings out before we hit initiative?
Yeah, you guys will have a surprise round. That's weird. It asked when I did it for you, but whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna add stealth to everyone.
Korak's about to Leroy Jenkins this group.
My whip is super effective against undead.
There you go.
Hey, nice.
How convenient.
I love that. I love that. Very Simon Belmont.
Yeah, I have a very I got a nice little setup in there. Very organized.
Question: do you guys want to keep your lights on or off?
I already turned mine off.
I don't have any lights.
Oh,
Okay.
my torch. Yeah, I should probably douse the torch. But is there light in there?
Well, that's the thing is like, if you guys are expecting to fight, it would probably be in your best interest to have light so that you could see. But I
Can I just throw it into the middle of the room?
yes.
Yeah, good call. Hey, if we got oil, could somebody put oil down there and then throw a bitch is on fire.
That is the
What
thing.
about Ball first.
All right, all right.
So brutal.
You guys get your surprise round, so we'll go. Well, we'll start with Lynx. What are you doing first?
Oh, I'm gonna throw those ball bearings out. We're gonna really Scooby Doo this.
Okay. Um. Oh,
Let's see, that's 10.
Oh God.
I don't know if I did this correctly.
I think
Amazing.
I think you did.
I think I didn't do the whole 10 block. Well, or
No, you
actual
did.
blocks to move. Okay, nice. Excellent.
Okay, and then let's see. We'll say Furiosa. What are you doing for your surprise?
For my surprise, well, I was actually just looking at my active abilities and like forgot that I had this thing called Starlight Step and Astral Trance. So like, because it said you gain proficiency in one skill of your choice and with one weapon or tool of your choice.
Mm-hmm.
Mystically acquired it. So I just like when I did a long rest, it didn't like ask me anything about that. So I just don't know how that all works. It's just something I like just freaking saw.
That sounds pretty cool.
Um.
That I'm like, oh, should I do that?
You're talking about what?
Well, it says I'm in my active ability. Well, no, in my features. I'm in my features, and I didn't know. Like, I guess I just didn't remember that I had this thing where whenever I do my long rest, that I gain proficiency in a skill of my choice and with a weapon or tool of my choice.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I just retain that until like the next long rest. But when I did my long rest, I wasn't asked that, and so I just
Well, you gotta.
know.
You have to click on it to use it. What do you want to be proficient in for today?
Oh. Well, let's see. I clicked on it.
Well, okay. Ignoring that, what are you doing for your surprise round?
Yeah, just for my surprise round. Like, what are the things we can choose from?
Just an action.
Just any action.
Yes.
Oh, well, since I'm just like right there up in the front, I suppose that's one in the center. I would probably just attack it with the sacred flame.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do real quick. Just just go in. Just go and blast it, hopefully.
Okay. And then Korok.
Okay. I have a holy water flask or an oil flask. Do we still want to go the splatter route?
Well, oil
What?
flasks are better. We can light them.
Right. I can possibly hit one with my holy water, or we can do damage to a lot of them with the oil flask.
Oil.
I would like to cast my. Oh, go ahead, Gamer.
Just real quick. In around that guy in the center, there are a circle of candles. So if you do this, it will ignite it as soon as it's around them. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just letting you know that there's an ignition source already.
This sounds pretty amazing.
That's a good idea.
Hockey
Bob.
talkie is out the window, guys. Totally. This is
I
all.
hope we don't burn anything that we need.
I like to think that we open the door and we're like, oh no, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip to.
No, just go.
I'm just gonna put us in the we're in combat music now.
Go back to where you came from, Satan.
It burns for 2 rounds, deals 5 damage to every creature. Yeah, I better throw the oil flask.
Let him move.
Yeet.
Yeet. So brutal.
It's fine. They're corpses.
Sorry,
guess
the only demon stuff I like is Johnny.
Do you need me to do the oil flask for you?
Okay, I go to inventory, click the oil flask.
Yeah.
Do I need to roll?
It.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 30 feet away. I need to get closer.
That's fine. Take it. I would take one step and no further.
Alright, let me see if I can. Oh,
Yeah, click it again to open back up.
Whoa.
I can't get close enough without them spotting me.
Oh, we're past that. Like they know you guys are here, but this is still the surprise round.
Okay. Let me see if that puts me close enough.
Could be. 30 feet. No, you need 15, right?
I'm getting further away the closer I step.
Here, I'll take care of it. You're just where are you aiming?
Towards the flames.
Ah, I see the problem. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna have him use it on himself, so I don't have to deal with trying to find the sweet spot. All right, pretend this says that Korok is doing this.
Ouch.
Wow.
All right, yeah, it's just oil. You crack the oil on this poor guy, and as soon as it like drips down his robe, the flame just comes running right back up. All right, Tycho.
Ooh, can I do a Captain Kirk style roll and shoot at somebody?
Absolutely, please do that for me.
Captain Kirk roll. All right.
You like throw your torch up in the air, roll forward, grab it again, gun in other hand, and let's. I want to see you miss horribly now.
Yeah. So, it's targeting, but it's not. All right. I've targeted correctly. How do I move though? Oh, there it is. Wait. Kirk roll. Target. And fire. Do we have advantage or anything? Is that
No.
okay?
Cool.
Okay, Shaleem, what do you got for me?
I'm just gonna try to create an illusion of Gideon behind the priest.
Okay.
You must be hurting. Or he says, "You must be hurting. Let me help you." Distract him.
Sure. Go ahead and cast minor illusion, and then I guess just target on top of the priest guy.
So on top of the priest guy. Just cast spell it. Oh, I just did it. Would you like to attack or roll right?
I don't think you need to roll anything.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll keep doing that.
All right, Asinia.
Will use my crossbow again.
Here comes the murder slinger.
You can one shot at people.
Should I aim for the middle?
You can try, yeah.
Okay. Huh?
Nice. Wait, did you hit?
That's a damage roll. Didn't roll the hit though.
Okay, let me try again.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, roll damage with the critical damage.
Wait, I've been clicking attack, but it won't show the damage points.
You have to roll damage now. There we go.
Oh.
Just sniping them.
10 points.
Your crossbow training was like Dorian taught you very well.
I get some credit too.
All right, so that I believe was everyone's surprise round. Let's go to. I'm surprised that they survived.
I'm curious how they're gonna respond to Gideon.
Icinia is first.
Oh, okay. I'll do the crossbow again. But I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So I click crossbow, and then it gives me standard roll, attack, damage, info. So do I
Oh,
Attack.
click. Sorry, you're clicking. Click the picture next to crossbow.
the pick?
Like,
Oh, okay. I click the picture, and then I just click normal.
yes.
But then nothing happens.
You missed.
Oh, okay. Aw.
You did so well the last few times.
Yeah.
Good job.
Everyone's starting like pretty well so far.
You can still move or take a bonus action. I think actually you do have a bonus action because you're a bard. You can use bardic inspiration, or you can just be done with your turn.
Inspiration. How do I use bardic inspiration?
If you go to the features tab there, it'll give you like the little class features you can do.
Oh, okay. And then I just click standard roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
ability.
yeah.
Okay. It gives me option D6, 8, 10, or 12.
You are D6 at this level.
Oh, I see. And then, okay.
We're just gonna undo that because you accidentally bardically inspired the bad guy.
Oh,
Nice, not him.
All right, let's
what are others?
target somebody who's not a bad guy. You can target yourself or one of your friends. Would be my suggestion.
What does bardic inspiration do exactly?
It gives them an extra D6 to roll on one of their rolls.
Oh. Who here has the most effective undead killing?
Probably the cleric.
Yeah, it's
I'll do it on.
Definitely.
Hold on. I'll do it on Korak then.
Rex about to fuck some shit up. Once he gets through the door.
Trevor Belmont.
Okay. I'm playing.
This is probably
calm
one
down.
of the death riff at this point.
Korak, your courage swells.
Was like some sort of heavy metal.
All right, the cultist sees someone that they thought was dead and attacks, but because no one's there, he swings at the air.
Oh, Gideon.
The his knife finds purchase in nothing as the illusion vanishes. The
Gideon, good deeds do not go unpunished, even now.
all right. Yes, the undead is very confused as it's like, all right, Korak.
Let's go. Alright. Let's go.
Just as a note,
Oh.
Korak, your whip can attack from 2 spaces away, so you can be like,
Yes, I do not want to be that close.
Yeah.
I do not have much armor.
it's one of the nice things about whips is they have reach. You don't have enough much armor. You have 17 AC because of your shell.
Oh, the shell. I was looking at my common clothes.
This guy is
Nice.
a turtle.
Speaking of which, Trevor Belmont meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Although some of them did drop leather armor, so if you don't have any, you should.
Turtles cannot wear armor.
That's how they have such high AC.
Correct. Also, they can do this thing where they withdraw into their shells, and as far as I can tell, are basically untouchable. Another one bites the dust.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right.
He did.
Dependent Dark Priest.
He's on fire. He's like tripping on marbles. He's like, "Arr."
He's very upset. And so,
Watching these people just, skating around.
as he's patting the flames out, he manages to, like, barely
Ton of shit.
whip out a spell as he stumbles forward and falls to the ground. So he's on the ground now, but he has shrouded himself in some sort of divine shield, or I guess dark shield.
Damn it. Glorious. Skating in the rooftop.
It'll be Shalim next.
Let me just double check what my range is. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Pew pew.
Ooh.
He throws up a shield of magic to try to protect himself, and then his head just kind of like cocks backwards and he falls to the ground dead. So
Much for questioning this guy.
when that happens, the magics that he has that are holding the undead like on this plane fizzle.
The contemptuous one shouted it 3 times.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Yeah. All right. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
We really did them dirty.
Yeah, they started it.
Yeah, they started it.
So yeah, they fall to the ground. One of them dead. The other one's undead. With your, I suppose, normal smattering of loot there. Oh, there shouldn't be a second cultist note. Sorry about that. It's just the same one as before. I forgot to deduplicate the item. You can keep it if you want to have like a copy of it. But yes, there is you do become aware after this defeat of these bad guys of a chest right next to where Korak is up there, that a
Oh.
symbol glows upon it as the priest falls, and then the magic on it sort of like fades.
Oh shit! Wow.
There's a lot of good stuff in here.
So
Cure disease for what's his face?
here's the thing. I had intended for you guys to level at this point, but I'm gonna wait until after next session because I would like for Arden to be here at least once before everybody becomes level 2. But yeah, we will. I'm not gonna like close the game down or anything. You guys should obviously sort out items and stuff like that. But this is like the plot part of our session is done. We will pick back up with the consequences of the actions next time on Tales from Tenrei.